Hello, everyone, and welcome along to this live webinar. And today we are going to speak about our new deal analyzer. We'll show you the the way that now you can analyze properties using Landlord with different strategies. If you're watching this webinar on our YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe. And I will start with going over the agenda for today. So we start with a high-level introduction, and then step-by-step how to use the deal analyzer, how to input the data, how to refine the information and see the results. Then we speak about what-if scenarios if you want to test different use cases for the long term. And then we saw how you can generate reports and see the analysis results on other pages of the deal analyzer. We are running a special promotion today for our premium plan with 45% off. So if you are not on our premium plan, if you are on a premium plan, just write your email and we will make sure that we apply the coupon to your renewal. But during this webinar time, if you are on the basic plan, just go to the settings page, click upgrade, and Sarel, you can put the link, the direct link to upgrade on the chat. Then here, click add coupon, click webinar, enter webinar 1108, apply, and you will get the 45% off, £54 for the entire first year, and then it will go to £99. And so it's very valuable. I will show you some of the premium features that can help you do better with Landlord and with your property journey. And yeah, so use it. It's available by the end of this webinar time. Yeah, I see some of like if you're existing premium, just write it on the chat. Write your email and we make sure to apply the coupon to your subscription as well. So let's start. So in the last few weeks, basically, I think around 2 weeks ago, we released a new deal analyzer. So the way to access the deal analyzer is from the invest in the menu and go to deal analyzer. So the new deal analyzer asks you to input very few details, very few data points, and then basically the platform will use its own assumptions to generate the results for you. Having said that, you can always refine the results and input your own data and inputs. So the way to do it is you have 3 strategies: buy to let, flip, and BRRR. BRRR is available on our test environment right now and should be released in the next week. I will show it on the test environment, and hopefully by the time that you watch this, and for the people that watch it now, you will see it in a few days on your Landlord account. So we start with typing an address. And by the way, if you have any questions, feel free to put them on the chat, but we will have a session for questions and answers in the end. Then decide which strategy you want to analyze. Is it a buy to let? So you buy a property and the goal is to find a tenant and receive rental income on an ongoing basis. A flip is a strategy that you buy the property, you perform some refurbishment to the property, and then sell the property at a higher value and to make profit, basically. And BRRR is the combination of both strategies. I will show you it on the QA environment. And BRRR basically, you purchase the property, you improve the property, so you do some refurbishments. Then instead of selling the property, you refinance. So you get a buy-to-let long-term mortgage and start receiving rent from this property. So the BRRR analyzer, which is available only on the test environment, but should be live in 1 week, is basically a combination of the two, flip and then buy-to-let. So let's start with the buy-to-let strategy. You just need to put the purchase price and the expected monthly rent. And then if you want to get some indication about the purchase price, you can click on the get estimation link and enter some information about the number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, the internal finish quality of the property, and more. And then yeah, so this is like I will show it on the premium feature. So like on the premium plan, you get unlimited property value estimation, rental property value estimation. On the basic plan, you have only 3. So let me switch to the premium account. Do the same. Purchase price, expected monthly rent. Get estimation. Click estimate, and you will get an indication about the value of this property. This is based on the many database and the property data API. So it's based on comparables, asking prices in this area, and some models. It's not fully accurate. It's not 100%. It cannot replace physical valuation, but it should provide you with indication. So I picked the postcode in London, so the price is high. Just for the example, I will use a purchase price of 100. You can do the same exercise for the rental income if you want to understand what will be the estimation for a rental income in this area. You can use this as well. On the premium plan, you have unlimited rental estimation as well. So use the benefit to upgrade by the end of this webinar. Then you just need to decide if you are going to buy this property with a buy-to-let mortgage or as a cash purchase. I will use a mortgage. Click proceed to buy-to-let. Then you will receive some information about the property, the floor area, the EPC level. If you click on the EPC level, it will take you to the link. So you can get more information about this EPC data about this property. You can also get some information about the postcode. And if you want to explore more the postcode, click on get postcode information. And here you can basically analyze the postcode in different metrics. And again, on the premium plan, you have unlimited postcode in formation searches. Then you will see the results. So the platform will calculate for you the short-term metrics and the long-term metrics. So you'll see how much cash investment you need to put, the potential net annual cash flow, the monthly cash flow, what will be the return on capital deployed, and other metrics. And you can also optimize the results by basically playing with those sliders, the purchase price and the mortgage. So let's say that I will offer 101 or 102 on this property, how it will impact my metrics. I can also play with the mortgage. So let's say I will take only 65% LTV, how it will impact my metrics. But you can always refine the results by clicking on the edit button. So for instance, the platform will calculate the stamp duty, but if you think that the number is wrong, you can change it. The platform will calculate the closing costs, but you can always adjust it as well. So I want to be more specific to say I have 1,200 legal costs, 365 inspection costs, and 200 other closing costs. It's a buy-to-let, so not sure that you need to do refurbishment, but there are times that you need to do perhaps some light refurbishment. So you can also add this number here. Then you can play with the mortgage details. And so we basically also put some assumptions on the mortgage rate, okay? But you can click on explore your mortgage options and click search to see what are the live rates right now from many buy-to-let lenders. Make sure that you also take a look on the fees. This is a 2-year fixed, so you can also change to 5 to see what rates you can get on 5. And let's say that you want to use this product, so just click on copy to analysis, okay, and click save. And then you can see how it will impact your results. So on the buy-to-let, we calculate the short-term metrics, but we also calculate the long-term metrics. The long-term metrics takes into account some assumptions. So the default assumption, the default scenario, basically, the platform will take 95% occupancy rate, which means that the vacancy rate will be basically 5%. 2.5 yearly inflation rate, 10 years holding period. We take the property value appreciation from the postcode. So I chose a postcode with a negative capital growth in the last 5 years. So this will be on my default scenario, and the rental value of 1% appreciation. So you can either edit this default scenario and put your own assumptions. And you can also click on manage future scenarios, and you can create the best case scenario, and you can create a worst case scenario. And then you can see the future results, the future metrics based on the scenario that you select. All right. Now you can also generate a report. This is also part of our premium plan, which you have the benefit of 45% during the end of during the time of this webinar. So you can generate a report. It will give you a summary of the results, but also of the deal. And you can share it with others. You can also share the deal with other landlord users. Just typing their email address and click on share this deal. And you can also explore the postcode for this property as I showed you before. Yeah, I think I have it ready here. So this will provide you the capital growth in the last 5 years, some stats about rental based on the property type, the average asking prices in the area, comparables in this postcode. So you can see recent sales, you can see the date here, the type based on the color and the price. Some statistics about data about council tax prices, the local crime statistics, the election votes distributions, data about schools in this area, commute method, and age distribution. So it's very valuable. On the premium plan, you get unlimited postcode information searches. So this is the way to analyze a buy-to-let deal. You can save the report, the deal, as a prospect deal. Then you will have it on this list. So basically, you can search for a specific deal, and then you can enter a deal that you already analyzed in the past. Another way to review your prospect properties is from your My Portfolio page. So you can deselect the existing properties and then select your prospects. And then you can see it's available from here. And then if you click on the deal analyzer icon, it will take you to the analysis results. Okay. So let's go now to the next strategy, which is flip. So on flip, it's very similar approach. You start with typing the address. Strategy is flip, the purchase price. And here again, you can run estimation to get some indication about the prices in this area based on some data points that you enter, number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, and more. For this example, I will use the 100K just to make it more simple. Then the sale value. So after basically the GDV. So after you complete the refurbishment, you improve the property. What is your estimation to sell the property? And here, by the way, you can use again the guest estimation. So let's say that you purchase the property in an average finished quality. So you can see what will be the price for properties with average interior and finished quality. And then let's say that you've added one bedroom and you had permission to extend it to 100 meters, and you increase the finished quality to very high. And then you can click on the re-estimate and see basically the improvement of the value, and you can use it as well. It takes a few seconds. You can see the value after. And again, just for this example, I will use different numbers. So I'll use 150. And then the refurb costs. What is your budget? And basically, I will show you how you can create a schedule of works using landlord. But basically, this is basically the amount that you need to invest in order to get this sale value. And financing, are you going to use bridging finance to purchase the property, or it will be a cash purchase? I will use bridging finance, then click proceed to flip analysis. And it's very similar. So here you just have the flip project metrics, so you can see what will be your profit, the return on capital deployed, the total cash investment, how much you need to put down, the property appreciation, and the bridging loan costs. And here again, you can play with the price that you're going to offer. You can also play with the loan. Let's say if you take only 50% loan, and you can also play with the project length. So let's say that if you were able to finish the project in 6 months, then it will impact your metrics, basically. So you can see that the profit will be a bit higher because the bridging loan costs will be lower. And again, you can click on the edit button to play with the other, like just to tweak the data. So again, if you want to add closing costs in a different way, you can do it. And also if you want to break down the refurb costs. So you can either use the click on X here, but I want to show you how you can create a works plan. Or you can create a works plan by saving the deal. Click yes. The works plan is part of our premium plan. And let's just delete the items here. And then you can start adding items to your schedule of works. Add new item. So for instance, I want to replace the kitchen. I can put the cost, the starting date, and the end date of this item. And then I can add more items, descriptions, you can put notes, the cost, and the starting date and the end date. And you can add as many items as you want. You can also name your items, not just to use our defaults. And you can see the summary of your project, and you can export it as a PDF, so you can share it with others or to an Excel spreadsheet. All right, so this was the flip analysis. You can also generate a report for your flip project, which is also available just for premium users. And again, to remind you that you have a benefit of 45% off of our premium plan, only £54 for the first year, and then it goes to £99 in the second year. So use the links that Sarel put on the chat with the coupon code. I will show you again how you can apply it. Go to from the right top menu, go to the settings page. If you're on the basic plan, click upgrade, then click add coupon, and then click webinar 1108, click apply, and you will get it for £54. The premium plan contains many other features. And before I will show you how to use the BRR analyzer, I will show you some of the premium features. So on Landlord, you can also source properties. So you have the property sourcing tabs. On the on-market properties tab, you will see properties being uploaded to the platform every day by estate agents. So you can see details about the property, the features of this property, and some pictures. If you want to see the full address, you need to upgrade to premium. If you want to add it to a watch list and get alerts on this property on price increase, price decrease, you need to upgrade to premium. Also, if you want to see it on a Google map. So there are some features locked under the premium plan, which is very affordable, and you have the benefit of 45% off during this webinar time. You can also use the estimations like I showed on the deal analyzer about the property value, about the rental income, and more. On the premium plan, you can also, by the way, on Landlord, you have also auction lots from online auction houses. And here you will get also the auction date and the auctioneer. And if you want to place bid, you will need also to upgrade to premium. Sourcing alerts. So in sourcing alerts, you can define alerts to properties on your watch list. So you can get notification on price increase or price decrease. But you can also define, I will show it on a premium account. You can also define search criteria. So I just need to click add criteria, and then I want to get notifications when the platform, when properties in this area address with this radius were uploaded to the platform. I can also put a price range, and I can also select the property types that I'm interested in. I can also select a range for a number of bedrooms, and I click save. On the premium plan, you can define unlimited search criteria. And then every time the platform will get a new property matches your criteria, you will get a notification. All right. Let me show you, if you are an existing landlord, we have also some great premium features on the managed side of the platform. So as you may know, on the managed side, you can manage your existing portfolio. You can create tasks. The platform will create tasks on due dates for you if you enter the due dates on the My Portfolio page. Very powerful feature is the documents management. So on Landlord, on the premium plan, you can manage unlimited documents. So you can upload common files, or for each property, important documents that you want to store, and also for each owner. And if you manage companies on Landlord, you can also upload documents for your company. And you can also share packages with others. So You can create, for instance, a package for a potential buyer. So you click next, you select the property that you want to share documents to. And then if you want, you can include some details about the property. And then you select the documents that you want to share. Click create package. And the platform will create an HTML report with the documents that you decided to share. Then click share package, enter the email address you want to share with. Click share and define the length of this report to be available, 12, 24, 48 hours. And this person will get an email with this report for 12 hours to download the documents that you shared with him. So my document is also part of our premium plan, and it's a great way to manage your documents for each property and also some common documents. Mileage tracker is now in beta, but it's a very powerful feature to track trips that business trips. Yeah, let's pick something in the past. You not just need to type the address from the address to. You put some description, the vehicle, it was a car or motorbike. And then the platform will calculate the rate for you, how many passenger, and you can see the distance and basically how much you can claim, you can save trip. And yeah, it was last month. And then you can generate a report and send it to your accountant. You know, in one of our next versions, it will be integrated to the transactions and the accounting reports, so you can also factor it in there. So it's also something that you can start use. It's a new feature on Landlord. Other premium features you have on My Tenant, so you can invite your tenant to their own dashboard. You can also share documents with them, welcome pack, the HT agreement, and some documents that you should share with your tenants, right to rent, gas safety certificate, EPC, and more. And then they will get their own dashboard, and they will get access to the payment schedule with notifications they need to pay the rent, and they can also report maintenance issues directly to you if you self-manage the property. And the last thing, you can also manage your cash flow on Landlord. You can link your bank account on our premium plan and allocate transactions to properties and generate reports such as P&L report, for instance. So this is basically part of the premium plan. Before we go to the BRRR, let's see if we have some.
We have some questions, Aviram. Can you show for a second again how you can analyze an existing property on your portfolio and not just a prospect? That's a question that someone asked.
Yes, so this is basically something that will be available. It's like we needed to remove it because we wanted to adjust the future scenarios to existing property, which is a bit different when you analyze a new acquisition. But this will be available from here. It's currently, we remove this option temporarily, but you will have on the 3 dots a deal analysis, and then it will show you the metrics for the future. So it shows you how you did so far, taking into account the cash flow you achieved and the property appreciation, and then what will be the future scenarios for this property based on your assumptions. But it's not available yet. So for now, you can analyze only new acquisitions. Yeah. Do we have any other questions? Or?
Yes. And another 2 questions that are connected. Is it safe to link a bank account, and how secure is the site for storing documents?
Great question. So we invest a lot in security. Let's touch first in terms of documents. The platform is stored on the cloud under security groups. The communication is encrypted. All the passwords are hashed. No one has access to your account. And we highly recommend to go to the settings and also apply the two-factor authentication. It's very easily to configure. No one can access your account. We have daily backups to the database. The only way then, like, let's say that you have a problem and that the support team needs to investigate, they will need to get your written permission to access your logs. And this is for that. In terms of linking bank accounts, we have the approval from the FCA to act as an agent of Plaid. Plaid is an authorized company by the FCA to implement the open banking. Open banking implemented in a secure way. We get only read access to your transactions, and the platform will retrieve your transactions every 24 hours. But we don't have any access to your credentials, or we cannot perform any action on your bank account. Yeah, so this is for that. Any other questions, sir?
Okay, yes. Do you provide loans to help people buy properties?
Yes, so on the finance section of the platform, you will find, it's also integrated on the deal analyzer. So on the deal analyzer, let's say you analyze the flip deal, you can click on finance this deal to see indicative terms for bridging finance. Then you click proceed, and you need to answer several questions to get heads of terms, indicative terms. Yeah, it shows, yeah, we don't support bridging in Scotland. So I need to change the address, but basically you can get indicative terms in 3 minutes and then start the process with our team. On mortgages, let's say I will pick property in London, for instance. You can also click on finance this deal, and the platform will show you live products from buy-to-let lenders. And then you can select a product and start a process to get the mortgage illustration. We will need to get some details about the potential applicant. And then you click proceed. You will get a fully online application now. Don't worry, at this stage, nothing happened. We just, the platform got a request to generate mortgage illustration. Within 24 hours during the working days, you should see your mortgage illustration. And then you can start an application. You can also schedule a call with our team. And on the finance, if you go to open applications, mortgage applications, or bridging applications, you can access your applications. You will also get notifications on each step. So let's say you decided to proceed with this specific lender. You can also see the steps of the processing. You can review your mortgage offer online, understand the completion date, and more. So like you can actually start a digital process to get a mortgage using Landlord, or a digital process to get bridging finance using Landlord. It's very streamlined. And there is also a team in the background. So if you need any help in the process, you will get this help.
Aviram, 2 questions on regarding finance. Are the lenders UK based, and are they available to international investors? And the finance is equally available to LTD companies?
Yes. So yeah, our lenders and lending is UK based only. So we have UK buy-to-let mortgage lenders that I believe many of you familiar with. And on bridging, we have it's also a UK company that provide a facility for bridging finance. We do have the ability to provide finance for foreign investors, but there are some criteria that you need to meet. So my recommendation is basically to schedule a call with our team, and you can share the link tree. So you will have also the calendar links of our mortgage and bridging teams to discuss the specific case. In terms of LTD companies, yes, for sure. You can also see if you're on the mortgage search screen, if you go to finance, mortgage, remortgage, and click company, then you can see the mortgage products for limited company, and also for bridging, we support both. And I see there are more questions. Let's go to the BRR and then answer the other questions. And before we go, just a reminder that you have by the end of this webinar to upgrade to the premium plan. We'll also get some benefits for the mortgage and bridging fees. And the way to do it is go to the settings page, do it now to use the benefit, click upgrade, click on add coupon, and then click webinar 1108, click apply, and then you get it for 54 pounds for the first year instead of 99 pounds. On the second year, it will be 99 pounds. It's a great benefit, many features that can help you grow and run and grow your property portfolio. So use the benefit for this webinar time. All right, so before we go to the other questions, let's show you the BRR. The BRR is now on the testing environment, final tests, but it should be live in the next few days, I would say, hopefully 1 week or 2 max. And it's very similar to the way we analyze the buy-to-let and flip strategies. You start with typing the address. Then you select the strategy BRRR. It's for buy, refurb, refinance, and rent. Then the purchase price, the refurb costs. Then I'm going to buy the property with bridging finance, like we had when we analyzed the flip, or I'm going to do it as a cash purchase. Let's say for this example, I will use bridging finance, which is great for BRR strategy and flip. Then what would be the GDV, the value post refurbishment? Say 150. Let's say I invested 15. Let's invested more a bit. And again, on the premium plan, you get unlimited estimations for property values, so you can estimate what would be the value before, what would be the value after. It's very valuable. And you have the benefit to upgrade during this webinar time. And then the expected rent, you can also use the estimation here based on the postcode and data points to understand what would be the rent in this area. But I will use just a number for this example. And then the refinancing. Are you going to refinance with a long-term mortgage, or you're not going to refinance? Let's say that you purchase it with cash. If it's a bridging, you should refinance. Then proceed. You will get the same, very similar page with a Google map. It's not available on testing environment. Some information about the property, the EPC level. You can go to the postcode information to analyze the postcode. And here you can see the metrics for the refurb project. So you will see the bridging costs, the loan costs, the property appreciation, what will be the return on capital deployed, how much cash investment you need to put in. And as you can see, it's not just the deposit. It's not just the difference between the bridging loan and the purchase price, because the cash investment will take into account also the stamp duty, the closing costs, and the refurb costs. You can edit all of it if you click on the edit tab, and you have all the information. We took some assumptions so you can change them and refine the results. And what will be the ROI just for the refurb project? And it will be based on the after refurb property value. Then you have the long-term metrics. So, and also here, which we basically separate them to two sections. One is the first year, and then the holding period. And you can choose if it's 10 years or 25 years. So this will be based on the after refurb property value and the remortgage. So how much money you raised when you refinance the property on the market value. So after it was improved. One important key metric is money left in the deal. So here basically you can see that even though your cash investment in the beginning was 44,300, you did a great job. You were able to increase the value, and then because of that, get a mortgage on a higher value. The mortgage amount basically paid back the bridging loan and bridging loan costs, but also paid back some of your initial cash investment. So in the end, you just invested 15.5K. Then based on that, you will see that based on your rental assumptions, what will be your net annual cash flow from now on, and the other metrics that you can see on the buy-to-let analyzer. And here again, you can apply different scenarios. The best case, you can basically create any scenario that you want on the future scenarios management, and analyze the results for the long term. So, and here again, you can go to the postcode information page, which on the premium plan, you have unlimited postcode information searches. So you can see some metrics about the postcode as well. And you can play with the sliders. So you can see if I change the after refurb value, for instance, what will happen if I will change the mortgage amount, what will happen to my metrics. You can also play with the purchase price and the bridging loan, and basically adjust and optimize the deal. So this is the BRR. Yeah, so let's see if we have questions. Sorry.
How much mortgage broker fee?
It depends on the deal, if it's a limited company or private, and the loan amount. And the best way is just to start the process, go to finance mortgage, remortgage. And I think it's a few hundreds, depends on the case. And then you can review the mortgage illustration. The mortgage illustrations will see the fees. On the premium plan, you have some discounts as well.
Right. Someone is asking, David is asking, regarding the portfolio analysis, when will this be available?
Hopefully in the next few weeks, like it's now under development, so it should be released soon. All right, so in general, you can, sorry, if you can also put the link tree.
Yeah.
So people can schedule also demos with our team. You can always reach out using the chat box. We are trying to answer fast, but you will always get an answer even if it's not immediate. So you can either like report bugs or suggest enhancements, provide feedback to the platform. Just use this. Another reminder for the premium plan benefit, go to the settings page from the right top menu, click on settings, Then on the plan details, click upgrade, click at coupon, enter webinar 1108, and get the 45% premium benefit for the first year, £54 only instead of 99 for the first year. And yeah, we'll keep it available, I think, in the next few hours. And yeah, if we have any other question, mortgage application fee, no, like basically on mortgages, you have the fees by the lender. So when you start the process here and you start the process to review your mortgage illustration or the mortgage illustration, you will see all the fees. So it really depends on the lender. There are lenders that there are products that, for instance, you have a valuation free, but products that you will have valuation fee. You will see all the fees on the mortgage illustration based on the product. On the search, you can see the summary of all fees for each product. But in order to get a breakdown, you need to see the mortgage illustration. And it's important point to take a look on the fees, not just on the rate. So there are lenders that will offer lower rates but higher fees. You can use this order by initial rates, or you can also order by fees. So for instance, this lender will offer very low fees but higher rate. And this is for 2 years. So for 2 years, you can see the total costs. But you can change it for 5 years and perform a different search and see what will be the results for that. So so basically, you need to pay attention not just to the rate, but also to the fees and the total cost for the entire period. You can also, you can also order by the total cost. Yeah, the recording will be available on our YouTube channel. I see another question. How does this take into account your personal circumstances? So it's a good question about the mortgage search. So in the background, what the engine does is, so let's say that you uploaded your portfolio to landlord, all right? So lenders, they have different criteria. So you can go to finance and click on available lenders. So basically the engine will stress test the portfolio and we'll see if you meet the limitations of a lender in terms of the interest cover ratio of your entire portfolio, the total exposure of your portfolio, and more. So it will also take into account other parameters, and also it will take into account the rental income of the specific acquisition. So let's say that I want to get a mortgage for a new purchase, and just for the example, let's take individual, I will reduce the rental amount to £100, okay? So this should fail the stress test. So lender will take it into account. You can see that no lender will lend on this amount of rental income, because this is basically the stress test of this portfolio. The lender will need to see that there is enough rental income to cover the mortgage payment on a worst case scenario. So yeah, it's a smart search. It's not just aggregation of all the products. It takes into account the data that you put on my portfolio if you are an existing landlord, and it will take into account the data of the new acquisition. You can also, if you click on existing property, or hover over the property and click on the 3 dots, you can click on remortgage. So it will show you products for remortgage of this property. On the filters here, you can also choose remortgage with capital raising, and then to see if you can raise more funds. But usually this will happen if the property value has increased. If you meet the LTV limitations based on the rate and the stress test, etc. So yeah, it's not just an aggregated for mortgage products. It's actually doing some smart search. All right, let's see.
Aviram,
Yeah.
I get a lot of requests again. Can you show how to upgrade one more time?
Sure. Yeah. All right. So if you are not premium yet, go to the settings page from the right top menu, click on settings. Sorry, you can also put, there is a direct link if you click on /premium.
Yeah, I put that.
It's another option. And then it will pop up the premium window. And then click add coupon, enter webinar 1108 and click apply. Then you will get it for 54 pounds. This is for the first year. The second year will be 99 pounds, unless you will attend another webinar and you will get the coupon for the next year as well. So yeah, very valuable, very affordable, and feel free to upgrade. Because I see some people that ask, yeah, we will provide more time. Yeah, okay, like a few more hours. Thanks, Derek. All right, I see Keenan asked a question. When borrowing the deposit and cost for flips or BRR, is there a section where you can add the cost of that borrowing? If I understand correctly your question, the platform will take into account the the bridging loan costs or the mortgage costs. So if I go to the deal analyzer, and this is important to understand. So we just, let's take the BRR, do it on the test environment. On the BRR, we will ask you just to put 4 data points. We will ask you to put the purchase price, the refurb costs, if you are going to use bridging finance or not, the after refurb value, and the expected rent post refurb. And then you will immediately get results, all right? But the platform will take some assumptions. The assumptions can be the bridging loan rate and the bridging loan fees, all right? So click on the edit and then go to this purchase financing and see, okay, the platform's same monthly interest rate is 0.8. I can get it only on 0.11. All right, and the arrangement fee is 1,500. That's fine, but I'm going to pay additional fees of 1,200. Okay, then click save and see, okay, so now I actually increase the loan cost. So you can play with the costs, and the platform will take it into account, and this will impact the profit of the refurb cost, and it will impact how much money will be left in the deal. So you can always use the edit button to edit and refine the results. You can also do it for the late period refinancing. So if the platform assumes 5% because we are more conservative, and you are able to get it in 3.8, all right, and but the mortgage fees will be 5,000, so you can change it here. All right, now you can also decide if you want to add the fees to the loan or not, and of course it will impact your monthly payment, and it marked the entire metrics, and click save. So the new deal analyzer will help you get results immediately. We're just typing 2 to 4 fields, but you can always use the edit to refine the results and then make them more accurate, actually, by changing the values. So this is available. All right, good stuff. Thanks, people, for upgrading. I think you will enjoy the premium plan. And yeah, happy to hear your feedback on the chat as always, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more relevant content. We will keep the benefit to upgrade in the next few hours. So just let's show it again. Go to the settings page. Yeah, I'm on premium already, I see. click upgrade, add coupon, webinar 1108, and click apply. All right, any last questions? And to make Derek asks, is there any plans to make bridging finance available for projects in Scotland? We hope. The problem is that the legal process is different. So with our facility, we cannot do it right now. But once we will let you know for sure. Yes, the recording will be shared on our YouTube channel, and also we'll send an email out. So thanks for joining, everyone. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you in the next webinar, and have a great weekend. Thank you very much.